Hi guys, wanted to do a quick video for those of you who are using Macs to run OpenSesame. For the Sternberg Task Lab, there is an issue that happens with newer versions of OpenSesame. So I think if you have 3.2.6 or newer, it seems to be a problem. And here's the problem. Let me see if I could demonstrate it real quick. So let's suppose you've built your Sternberg task according to the video that was on Canvas. And when you do a run, I'm just going to do a quick run, but you get the same thing regardless. Let me move it into the screen. So this is what it should look like. You've got the little instruction screen, but then when you press one of the arrow keys, boom, nothing happens and you get an error. And in fact, if you take a look at the error, it tells you what the problem is. It says it failed to read the XLSX file. So that Excel file that is used to define the practice stimuli and the main experiment stimuli is not working. And if we follow the trace back down here, we can see that there's an error that says no module named OpenPyXL. What has happened is for some reason, the Python module PyXL, which is responsible for opening Excel files, is not present in these installations on the Mac. For PCs, it's working fine, but for the Mac, it's not. So the question is, how do you fix this? And you can fix it. It turns out to be pretty easy to fix, but it is worth showing you in a video. So I found this out just by a Google search, and let me show you that. The Google search for this problem landed me on the cogsci.nl forum where OpenSesame is developed. And you can see that A. McNeil on September 5th of this year just basically described the same problem that we're having. And so it doesn't work, and it tells me that there's no module. So Sebastian Matto, who is the developer, responded with what I think is pretty helpful. Let me refresh this so we can see it a little bit better. Responded with a pretty helpful set of commands. So he said, he explains that OpenPyXL is the library used for reading those files. It should be installed, but it's not. In fact, we're going to recreate what he says. So here's how you do this. If you go into OpenSesame and you open the debug window, so you can go to View and Show Debug Window. It'll put a little thing down here at the bottom. It's a little bit small. I don't think I can zoom in on that any. Let me try here. Nope, I can't do that. So anyway, you might have to blow the video up a little bit. But it basically gives you a little command line that you can type stuff on. And so what Sebastian recommended was to type import OpenPyXL. And it should throw an error because what's happening is that that module is not installed. So what we can do is actually install the Python module from this debug window. The instructions are on that web page, which I will provide a link for, and it gives you actually two options. It turns out for me it's the second option. So we have two commands. One is import pip._internal. So I'm just going to copy that and then put it into the OpenSesame, just paste it in there. So import pip._internal. Okay, and then hit enter. It should just it looks like nothing happens, but it imports pip, which is a Python installer package. It's literally, I think, what PIP stands for. And then the other command, and this is the one that will do things for us, is this one right here. It's a bit of a complicated, but basically it's saying use pip to install the OpenPyXL module. Well, I'm just going to copy it from the web page, go back to OpenSesame, and paste into my prompt and hit return. It'll take a moment, but then some things will happen, and these will all be good things, hopefully. Have to wait for things to spin. There we go. Looks like it successfully installed some stuff, and so now we're done. We can actually get out of the debug window, and hopefully things will work. Let's do a quick run. Okay, so we had the instruction screen. Let's press an arrow. And you can see that now we actually have the task started. And let's try it was 4. Yes, correct. Everything seems to be working. So I'll just press escape and then press Q to quit this thing. Okay, that's it. I'll put the link to that web page that has those commands. But again, the idea is you need to install the OpenPyXL OpenPyXL module, and you have to do it using the debug window. And that's easy enough to do once you've seen it done. So there you are. All right, if you have any questions and still have problems with the Mac, let me know. PCs, you guys should work just fine. So that's all for now. We'll see you next time.